Okay, so how structured organizations operate. When you work with an MNC, you will find that things are very, very systematic. There are systems, processes for everything. Okay, right up to booking your leave. You will have a system where you book your leave and then your manager approves your leave. Like, it is a software that is used by you. You don't send an email saying I don't want to, or even a WhatsApp message for that matter. In small to medium term, simply send a WhatsApp message, I want to leave on so and so date. That's not what works for structured organizations. They will have a centralized HR software. There is a process for even asking for a leave certain days before. Then that goes to the manager, then that manager has to approve that, then it is reflected on your software, and then you plan and do things accordingly, and your calendar automatically gets booked saying that, like, this person is unavailable. So if someone is trying to book a meeting with you, then they will find everything blocked and they will say on leave or unavailable. Coordination between the center and the node. Okay, so irrespective of whether you are one node, like you are in India and the company that you are working with is the Indian entity of a multinational group. Okay, let us say JP Morgan India or Morgan Stanley India or something like that. Okay, so Indian entity or the Indian arm of the huge multinational group. Okay, and you will learn that what is the coordination that happens from your country to the region and the center. Okay, and we'll see what's region and center will come to know. Okay, but what is the coordination or the information flow that happens? Like, some things come from the top and then it becomes applicable across the board to all the entities in that group. Okay, and there are some things, that some reports, some information exchange that is supposed to happen periodically from the node, like, the unit or the country to that particular center and the region. So you will come to know what is the kind of coordination that happens between these two entities and regions. Exchange control laws in different companies. This is one thing which you will definitely come across, because just think of this, like, you have an entity which is spread, which has its arms across the globe. Okay, somewhere either you are a subsidiary or in some manner the amount is flowing to you, or if you are the center, from your country the amount is flowing to another countries. Okay, there has to be a monetary exchange, either in terms of capital, in terms of service fees, in terms of royalty, whatever reasons. There has to be, like, an exchange of money and border transactions. Okay, it has to be there. So when you get privy to these kinds of things in the legal department, you will come to know of transactions for sure, because there will be contracts, there will be things that you have to keep a record of, there will be things that you will be supposed to review. Okay, you will be expected to review things and we will come to again see what are the different places or what are the different things, ways in which you can be asked to review transactions. Okay, but it can be like bribery and anti-corruption, anti-money laundering, exchange control laws, taxation angles. All of these things you will have to, like, you will get exposed to, because once you have a cross-border transactions, all of these things start to become attracted. Okay, legal systems in different countries, particularly if you are the center. Okay, if you are the center, naturally, when you are setting up an entity out of India, okay, you already have other entities, but you are setting up an entity in another country. Obviously you will come to know how entities get incorporated in that country, what kind of taxes do they get subject to, what kind of business licenses do they require, what kind of inspections they get subject to, how do you close down entities in that country. All of these things you will get exposed to, because you will be privy to, like, setting up. If you are the hub, naturally you will have to be aware of how things are set up there and how reporting is to be managed there, right? So you will be aware of if you are the hub. If you are not the hub, even if you are not the hub, you will still be exposed to what happens in the center. Let's say you are the Indian arm of a multinational company. Okay, even then you will get exposed that I have to collab, I have to, like, get all of this data. I have to arrange it in a proper way because the things get filed with SEC in US. So you will come to know that these are the things, this is what gets submitted, these are the things that gets filed. That is why you are asked or called upon to provide the required reporting, or you are asked to provide specific information, okay, for certain transactions. You are asked to review things in a certain, or documents in a certain manner. You will come to know how these are drawn. There can be uh, backing powers of attorneys, there can be backing resolutions, okay, backing consents, all of these things you will come to know. And you will see in the documentation that what are the kind of legal systems that are being followed in different countries. What are the confirmations that you have to give from a taxation angle? Okay, let's say it's a like that. What are the forms that get filed with the IRS there? Like, things you will come to know that. Okay, what confirmations you have to provide. If even if your entity is not resident in the US, it's a subsidiary of a US entity, subsidiary of a subsidiary of a US entity, still you will be exposed to all of these things. Okay, so you will come to know legal systems in different countries, particularly if you are in the center. More you will come to know right from the beginning of establishment.